right, guys. I think y'all gonna like this one because this is interesting, right? Because we all thought, right, leading up into the election that Biden really is just a figurehead for the most part, right? Like he's too old to seriously be running things and hashing out the details in regards to what's going on in the government. So him picking Kamala, everybody is under the impression that Kamala eventually is going to take the reins if she hasn't already, right? That Kamala will be running things in the background while Biden is, doing old people stuff, right? And apparently some of this may have already started because Biden, over President's Day weekend, over the holiday weekend, he was seen playing Mario Kart with his granddaughter at Camp David. Now, some people may say, Greg, this is harmless stuff, okay? He is just spending time with his 27-year-old granddaughter playing Mario Kart. Matter of fact, she even posted an Instagram story of it. Look at the old guy over here, got the wheels, right? Whipping it. However, just yesterday, the office of Vice President Kamala Harris came out and reported that Kamala was taking calls for Joe Biden from world leaders. So let's dig a little bit deeper into this. Vice President Kamala Harris has begun to take calls on behalf of President Joe Biden, raising questions about his ability to do the job of president. The White House published a readout yesterday entitled Readout of Vice President Kamala Harris call with President Emmanuel Macron of France. Now, Emmanuel Macron runs France. Okay? He's the man up there, right? And the man up there in France, which is a major country, right? We're not talking about the president of, Zimbabwe, right? We're talking about the president of France. Is talking to Vice President Kamala Harris on a call. And it states, Vice President Kamala Harris spoke today with President Emmanuel Macron of France and expressed her commitment to strengthening bilateral ties between the United States and France and to revitalizing the transatlantic alliance. Vice President Harris and President Macron agree on the need for close bilateral and multilateral cooperation to address COVID-19, climate change, and support democracy at home and around the world. They also discussed numerous regional challenges, including those in the Middle East and Africa, and the need to confront them together. The Vice President thanked President Macron for his leadership on the issue of gender equality and for France's contribution to NASA's Mars 2020 rover, Perseverance rover. It is bizarre for Vice President to be making contact with key world leaders just weeks into a new administration. Harris also recently spoke with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The president has also still refused to call Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. All right, guys. So as you can see here, this is the readout. And you have Kamala talking to Emmanuel Macron, the leader of France, and speaking to Justin Trudeau, who's the Prime Minister of Canada, right? Two major countries, world leaders. Kamala is talking to them just a few weeks into the new administration. But Biden is playing Mario Kart with his granddaughter, who's 27, by the way, while Kamala is taking phone calls. Now, some people are probably saying, oh, no, see, this is reaching. You reaching. Hey, Obama said don't underestimate Joe Biden's ability to F things up. I didn't say that. Allegedly, Obama said that, okay? So I'm just going along with what Obama said, what the Democrats have put forward, what Joe Biden has even put forward. He said that he's a transition candidate, right? He's a transition candidate. He's solely running because he thought he was the only one that can win and beat Trump, and he was going to transition over to somebody else. And he's made jokes numerous of times about Kamala taking over, right? This is a topic that a lot of conservatives have been telling people about, right? This is something we've been warning people about. A vote for Biden was not a vote for Biden. It was a vote for Kamala, right? And I think her taking phone calls this early with leaders when you're trying to get stuff set up, when you're trying to establish relationships, not that she shouldn't be talking to him. Not that she shouldn't be sitting on a phone call, but if it's just her and Biden is, I don't know, playing Mario Kart and doing other things, and he's not the one on the phone calls, then who's running the show? Right? Who is running the show? That's my question. Right? Can you imagine if Trump was golfing and there was a story that came out about Pence taking phone calls with world leaders or making phone calls that are reserved for the president with world leaders, and Pence is doing that while Trump is golfing? Can you imagine what the media would have said? Can you imagine how crazy the media would have went? I mean, they went crazy every time the man went golfing. I mean, all presidents golf and take breaks and stuff like that. They all do that. But, I can only imagine if the shoe was on the other foot with this. But to me personally, I do believe that, it's early, but this is a sign of things to come, that we're going to see Kamala take a more prominent role in this administration. And that, eventually at some point, she's basically going to be running the show if she's not already. And we've already seen the Democrats back on their promises, break their promises, back on a lot of things that they said in their campaign, right, about what they was going to do. I mean, you can see as of now, they're not trying to pass a stimulus. They've put down their expectations for handling the virus. They've done basically a whole 180 on all the things that they talked about. So at this point, to me, I'll be very, very, very surprised if this is not a sign of things to come and a sign that the transition of power is starting to occur from Biden to Kamala, in the sense that Kamala is effectively going to be the point man in the administration. And I wouldn't be surprised if world leaders call up, and if Biden answers the phone, they might hang up on Biden and call back and ask for Kamala. I wouldn't be surprised if they already asking for Kamala. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to pay attention to more stories like this in which, Kamala is starting to do some things. Maybe she might be the one that goes to the G8 summit in the summer. She might be the one to show up for that at this point. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Is this a sign of things to come? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.